Hey, shout out to Operation Thugs, man. Testimony Tuesdays, man. We getting the surgery off, scar tissue off my face from a 2003 shooting, before I met Christ, you know what I'm saying? I guess we can start there. Um, Life before I met Christ was kind of crazy, man. Like it always is. I mean, when you're lost, man, it's always crazy. But I guess I could start like fresh out of high school. Fresh out of high school, man. The enemy, basically gave me like three choices, man. I could either, hustle, or I can get a job and just make it bad like everybody else, or I can go to school. I didn't know how to do financial aid or that, so at that time, that wasn't even an option. So, we didn't do that. But I let the enemy, basically I made a choice like, look, I'm gonna hustle for the summer, and if I don't got nothing to show for it, then I'll get a job. Needless to say, I thought I had my first car at the end of the summer, so I thought I was doing something big. But in the midst of 2 weeks out of high school, man, my cousin got shot, man. He got shot like 10, 11 times, man. All on his chest in front of the bar, man. Is one of the dudes that I really looked up to, man. Like, what I'm saying, and he died. You know what I mean? So, which left me like the only one in my family. I was the first male in my family. My grandmother had 4 daughters, so we talking about the first cousins. I was the first one, to ever see, the first one to see 21. You know what I'm saying? Because Pootie got killed, and Biddy got killed. My cousin Manny, he was shot like 6 times, I think. A lot of us actually was shot, you know what I mean? Just that street life, man. But just thank God that His grace is here, man. A lot of times in the street, man, we was just seeing a lot of death, man. Like just instantly, man. Then stay away from things that Mama told me, let alone what the Bible speak of, because I ain't even heard really. I mean, I had a sense of who Jesus was, but I wasn't, I was out there chasing money, so I wasn't really concerned with Him. You know what I'm saying? About a year later out of high school, man, after a couple robberies, man, we ended up driving up the street. I shit on my man's, and when we up the street, I went and got some beer from the dairy, man. Ended up driving up the street. I heard the gunshots. I was so arrogant because we strapped nasty at the top of the street. So I'm thinking like, oh, ain't nobody shooting at me. So I slowed the car down, to see what's going on. But my head, you know how we ride, seat on the back. You know what I'm saying? So the bullet, it went through my window, and it smacked me in my face. You know what I'm saying? Stitches. So the bullet came through the back window and it smacked me in my face, and whatever after that, it happened. It was crazy, man. I was conscious basically the whole time after I got shot. But we had a problem once I got to the ER, man. My throat started to swell because the bullet is lodged between my jaw and my throat. So my throat started to swell, you know what I'm saying? So they had to put tubes up my nose and go through my chest so I can breathe, or else I would have died, man. The bullet broke my jaw, you know what I'm saying? We're already shut, and then we were already shut. 6 weeks, lost a tremendous amount of weight, man. But by God's grace, man, I just, said I'm still here. But I still, even after that, man, you know what I mean? I still was wild, you know what I'm saying? Still out there chasing money, man, and all that good stuff, man. So, so life before Christ, man, was crazy, man. And like right now, as I speak, I'm the oldest man in my family, man. You know what I'm saying? So. Just wanted to say that's how life was without Christ. The first time I heard the gospel, man, it was crazy, man, because I don't even think church was the first time I even heard the gospel, and that's I mean, I ain't just trying to disrespect no churches out there, but man, I didn't hear it. I don't think I heard it in the church. I was in church for 5 years in religion, but I've never heard, why I know that He died for our sins, but I didn't know that the Father was angry at us, you know what I mean? Because He's a just God and He's broken His laws and we never wanted Him. I never heard the gospel in that way. I think, the first time I heard the gospel, man, I was being a lukewarm Christian, so-called. Ain't no such thing as it, but just playing, one foot in the church, one foot in the world. And I had an encounter one night where I went to a bar. A fight jumped off, guns got pulled. Could have been in jail. I just feel like this. If being that liquor was in me, I could have been in jail for who knows how long a time if somebody got shot. But that night, man, I decided to I just like, man, I can't keep playing with God. You know what I mean? The next day, man, I basically hopped in my truck, man, and banging my Rick Ross like a boss, man. I'm like, I'm not even feeling this music, man, no more, man. So his change was more so on him giving me salvation. It wasn't because I, seek him, because I know I love my sin way too much, you know what I'm saying? So it was more so him just doing his work and his thing in me, man. And once I started listening to him, man, I think the first Christian rapper I was on was Bizzle, man. And it led to like Mouthpiece, man, and and all them dudes, man. Shout out to them dudes holding it down. And Lecrae convicted me about doing more outreach in my community with that song Beautiful Feet. But the first time I really have heard the gospel, man, I think it was through different people like MacArthur, Paul Washer, man, them all mixed together. All my life, I was hearing that, what God was trying to do for me, and He wants me to be the better me and all that. But can you really tell a sinner dead in their transgressions that? Is that the message? That Christ wants us to be wealthy or whatever? Not saying that, wealth is wrong or not, you know what I'm saying? But that's probably the first time I heard the gospel. The gospel is, that Jesus Christ, He came to take all punishment that we deserve, you know what I'm saying, because of the Father's wrath. He saved us from the Father's wrath that's going to come down this generation. And, it's crazy nowadays. We don't talk about the Father's wrath, but, the Bible does a lot. Probably, I think, more than 28 times I read about the Father's wrath in that, in the Bible, and how it's going to come and how, whatever. But yeah, man, it's a couple of days after the surgery. You see, I got the joints cut off. The bullet still, and the skin can't really never remove that. But with God's grace, man, they was able to take the one off my ear and the one off my cheek, man. But what I'm doing now, after the fact that I've been changed by the gospel, man, I'm walking it out more so. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm attending the Living Word Church, man, where we love no matter who, serve no matter what. You know what I'm saying? They even got me going on Christmas caroling next Saturday, and that ain't my style, so just basically trying to step it up, I guess. But just in the community, man, when we can, man, streets, events, outreach events, man, we be there, doing different things. Shout out to Sportfire Ministries, we do a lot with them. Just different places, man, to get the word to the unsaved, man. To help you don't need a doctor, but it's the people that are sick that need a doctor, man. So I'm just trying to be a median and introduce them to the doctor that can only save them from their sin. You know what I mean? So pretty much anywhere where the Spirit send me, man, I'm there, man. But we're out there doing all types of outreach, man. Got a mixtape coming out called Deeper Than Church. Really touches on a lot of things. Single coming out, Bullet with my name on it. So, just pray for me, man, and that, it's more so, man, just walking it out, man. I ain't trying to kill my testimony out here, so I gotta make sure if I'm doing any of this, that I'm actually walking it out, I'm living it. Hearing is one part, but living it, I'm not addicted to hair, I'm trying to be a doer too, you know what I'm saying? So, right now, man, we out the four walls, man. That's where really the gospel is needed, man. God is building men, not buildings, you know what I'm saying? So, that's what we're doing right now with the gospel, man. So once again, man, shout out to Operation Thugs, man. Testimony Tuesday, Larry, man. 7, all y'all dudes already doing your thing, man. Keep it up for the gospel of Jesus Christ. I'm out. I would say as far as a young person getting to that street life, they're a little hard-headed, man. I admit, we was hard back in our day, but these dudes, man, they'll kill you over nothing, man. I would tell you, man, don't even choose that life, man. Run from it. You don't want no parts of it. I mean, I know what they depict on TV, but they're like my man Mouthpiece said, don't let these trappers lie to you, get you sidetracked like it's all fly. It's a fly trap. That's basically what it is, man, because, all the money, we I was making, man, spending on lawyers, people with their hands out, man. You don't want that life, man. Stress, you know what I'm saying? can't go to sleep. Never know when you gonna die, because you could be living good one day and you don't know when that God gonna pull your car and you know, and get your car, man. So I definitely encourage your kids, man, go to school, man. Get into, you know, a good church, man, a Bible believing church, man, where people really are living the word of God, man, and stay away from that stuff, man. You don't want to play at the streets, trust me. You don't want to play that streets. You talking to the oldest male alive in my family. You don't want to play that street life. You know what I'm saying? There's definitely not only worldly consequences, but what if you die? You got to go see a holy God, man. And what is your excuse on that day? You know what I'm saying? So just don't do it. Stay in school and be cool, man. And, you know what I'm saying? Don't choose that life, man. Choose Jesus. Straight up. Let me tell you like that.